the people who are the gatekeepers to your opportunity and your future, your best life essentially, will say yes. You got to get past the people first. People, they're the problem. Today I got an email inviting me to be part of a selection committee to choose essentially people with high potential, what they're calling high potential, to be future leaders. So they're going to get all sorts of training. It's part of a fellowship that's a year long. This is a fantastic opportunity. And the selection process is pretty standard. And I'm sharing this with you because, you know what? It doesn't matter how much you know, how brilliant you are, if you can't get it across in a way that resonates with people, that gets them to notice you, to choose you. This is the crux of it. You want to get a yes. So what's the selection process? Well, it is obviously an application form of some sort, and there'll be a motivational video that people have to submit, and an interview process that they have to go through with people like me. And the thing is this, when people assess these sorts of things, they look for certain things, yes, but actually, because we're human, we make instant judgments and we say, that person is really comfortable, that person is very confident, that person really knows what they're about and knows their stuff. And the thing is, people don't actually listen to every single word. They take everything in. How this person comes across, so how you come across, how you present yourself. And by that I don't mean literally just, what jacket you're wearing. I mean your aura, how you are. Are you comfortable in your own skin? What are you like? How do you feel? And this is actually fair enough, because if you think about it, if somebody is in a leadership position of any sorts, then really you need to be able to convince people around you who you are leading, who you're working with, to believe in what you're doing, to believe in you, to say yes to whatever it is you want, that you're asking for, that you're leading them towards. So it is fair enough that people like me look for that in these candidates, right? Are people going to follow this person? Are people going to believe in this person? Plus, if you're on a board, for example, you really need to be able to state your case, but be really comfortable stating a case, going against other people. It's not about being rude, it's about how you do it. So what's the point of this? The point of this is, you know what? A really important thing for you to do is to invest in your ability to communicate, to get across what you need, want, and do in a way that is going to increase the chance of you getting a yes. Unfortunately, it's stuff that we are not taught at school, at home, at university. Well, at home sometimes if you are in a very enlightened household. But it's the stuff that holds everybody back. So, if you have something that you really want to go for, invest in yourself. Invest in what I call the core skill of how you communicate, how you are, how you come across. That's the stuff. Of course, I'm assuming that you really know your stuff, that you are an expert in your field, that you know the product that you're manufacturing and selling. I'm making assumptions here that you are good at what you do, right? You are good at what you do, right? You are brilliant at what you do, in fact. Isn't that right? So how about showcasing that brilliance in a way that others, the people who are the gatekeepers to your opportunity and your future, your best life essentially, will say yes. So imagine a candidate. Imagine a candidate that has all the right qualifications, but their motivational video just doesn't, they're not comfortable in their own skin. Imagine that they get through somehow to the interview process and they're not there with the replies, with the bringing it together, with the sharing what they know. And it's not because they don't know the answers, they don't have the information, they don't have the ability to learn and be better at whatever it is this year-long fellowship is going to teach. But it's about them not being not being sure of themselves, not being comfortable enough, and not knowing how to communicate in a way that is relevant to the situation they're in. So what do I mean by this? What I mean is that you know certain stuff, but what you put across, what you prioritize, and the way you do it will change according to the situation, according to whoever it is that you are speaking with, according to the stakeholder that you're addressing. And so really, if you have something that you really want to do, get yourself somebody who can help you nail how to communicate with clarity, with impact, with influence, how to be able to get across what you really know. You've done all the hard work so that you get a yes and you are chosen. You know, when I get these invitations to be a judge and part of a selection committee, I always think to myself, it's such a pity that the sponsors of these things don't actually fund training for the candidates. You know, so imagine this, you've had a list of candidates, well, you've had candidates who have applied on paper. So they haven't done the motivational videos, they haven't done the interview, the face-to-face process yet. And then they get, so they're selected as an initial selection process, and then they get some training, which is specifically about how to come across on video, how to be during the interview. And the reason I say this is because, yes, I realize that some people will be naturally better than others, but is that reason enough for them to be chosen? Aren't we losing out on a huge talent and knowledge pool? Because people who are brilliant aren't getting selected. And in fact, when it comes to leadership specifically, you know, it's the people who listen, observe, take things in. For me, these are magnificent leaders. Unfortunately, when we have people who are charismatic and have the other stuff going for them, so the presence, the charisma, that I know, I am sure, I really own my space, they might not be the better leader, but they invariably get chosen because they have that other stuff going for them. And because we're human, we are all human first, people say, that person is brilliant. That person is the person for this position, for this fellowship, for this whatever's going, you know, whatever it is that's up for grabs. So, there you have it. You need to get past the gatekeepers. You need to get past the people first. If you're going to invest in anything, you've done all the hard work, invest in these core communication skills. If you'd like to know more, get in touch. There are other videos here that will help you, I don't know, start doing this. And yeah, if this is the kind of thing that interests you, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.